So now we're in the nervous system. The autonomic nervous system is important because your nervous system controls every function and organ and cell in your body. So you want this in balance. So we're going to use the Nutritech survey form, the thermal scan, and the pulse wave profile. So, one of the things that we hear a lot about is, why I have to worry about my nervous system. But, you want to see where you're having interference to the triad of your health, which is physical, chemical, emotional, which is what we're working on. But you need to work on all three of these. And so, your nervous system is made of 6 systems, which are kept in balance by your parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system. So one's slowing you down, one's speeding you up. So when this gets out of balance, then you're going to have health problems and disease and tissue damage. Each spinal nerve root goes to certain organs and tissues of your body, so that causes symptoms. So one attitude is that interference here or in your triad of health, what you're eating or what you're thinking or your body structure is interfering with your health. So one attitude is that you're going to correct this by making lifestyle changes, and one is like, oh, I'm going to give a prescription. I have stomach problems, so I'm going to take a medicine, or I have a headache, I'm going to take a medicine. But is that really correcting any problem or taking pressure off or removing interference in any of these areas? No, so you're just going to keep getting worse and worse. It's a false wellness. So, in other attitudes, you need to have your autonomic nervous system in balance. So the reds are always trying to calm you down, and then the blues are trying to speed you up. So this needs to be in balance. And if you've been out of balance for a while, you can see where these systems are going to be out. So that's why we're doing, the symptom surveys and the galvanic spin, currents, and we're doing the spinal analysis of the muscles, and we're doing a lot of things to figure out where this might be out of balance. And so one attitude is that we need to remove the interference, not by prescriptions or surgery, but by making lifestyle changes. So one of the key things for nervous system is that your brain is one of the first things that forms, that controls all the other functions of your body. So it's important to make sure that your nervous system is working correctly. So all these electrical impulses come from your brain and down your spinal cord, and they're kind of like wires, but they're very delicate. They don't like to be interfered with at all. So if this is all working properly from your brain down your spinal cord out these nerve roots, then everything's working properly. But if you have a little rotation or interference or arthritis or chemical irritation, then this will not work properly. Even mental thoughts will affect this. That's on our Think Well workshop. But then you just won't be functioning as properly. And so, you want your cells to be functioning 100%. So that's why it's so important to check your nervous system. So your nervous system, the Nutritech symptom survey form, the first two, the SD and the PD, stand for sympathetic dominant and parasympathetic dominant. So that's your autonomic nervous system. So these are classic symptoms for, are you in the flight-fight mechanism, or are you more sympathetic or more parasympathetic? So you just fill out those questionnaires. Remember, you're only going back the last 3 months because symptom-based, and then write down your score. So you really shouldn't have anything on there. So 0 to 5 is wellness, 6 to 12 is average, 13 more is sickness and crisis. So that's something you can do without any computerized test. Now, a computerized test for the nervous system is thermal scan. So skin temperature is affected by your autonomic nervous system, and so what they do is they roll a little scanner up that reads skin temperature from side to side, and it'll see if it's abnormal or if it's different from each side. And so blacks and reds are in crisis in this example, blues and greens are average, and the whites are wellness. So you just have to go to a diagnostic center. Our office does it, Back to Life, but there's a ton of, well, not a ton, but there are a lot of offices that do thermal scans. So you just can find one in your area. If not, we could try to help you. But an example here, C1 and C2 and C3 are in reds and in crisis. So C1 is your atlas. So that's where your parasympathetic nervous system would calm you down. So this person usually probably has more emotional, they're having a lot of emotional stress going on. C2 sinuses, like T9. I'm not sure what that is, but that's usually adrenals. You see those a lot on people. But you can actually see the different organ systems that's going on. So in this example, you're gonna be in sickness and crisis because you have a couple of reds here and there. So or you'll be at average, but you really shouldn't have any reds or blacks on this at all. The next autonomic nervous system test or nervous system test is the HeartMath pulse wave. So the HeartMath pulse wave is a test that reads your your pulses, your inner pulses. So and it actually reads how you breathe. And so your breathing and your autonomic nervous system and your pulses actually show how healthy you are. And so what you want to do on this is you just put a little heart rate monitor on your finger, like a little pulse monitor, and it actually reads the inner pulses and how many beats per minute it is, and so it'll give you a score. So high coherence score is good, low is bad, and so if you score from 80 to 100, then you're well. Average is this, and sickness and crisis is over here. So this is a nice high-tech way to see if your nervous system is imbalanced.